Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Help in English channel. Today we continue the educational sessions of the videos dedicated to business English. Namely, today we're going to talk about the business idioms or idioms in general and phrasal verbs which might be used in the business area. Generally, when I see or when the person is telling me that he has upper intermediate, advanced, or proficiency level of English language, if I don't hear that this person is using phrasal verbs, idioms, or collocations correctly in his speech, I would have really big doubt about the fact whether he or she really has the level advanced, upper intermediate, or proficiency, because basically that is what distinguishes the intermediate user from the upper intermediate proficiency or advanced user, the presence of idioms, phrasal verbs, and collocations in your speech. And today we're going to try to do our best to enhance the knowledge of idioms and phrasal verbs. So let's have a look at the presentation I prepared to you. And I really hope that this information and material will be beneficial for you in the future. So the first idiom we're going to have a look at today is to drag one's feet. What does it mean to drag one's feet? The meaning is the following: not to do much enough. And let's have a look at the situation where we might use this idiom. In his last project, John has been simply dragging his feet, meaning he didn't do a lot. Next one, a storm in a teacup. What is the meaning of this idiom, a storm in the teacup? The meaning is a big fuss about nothing. A big fuss about nothing. And let's have a look at the use of this idiom. They are saying that Sunday's demonstration is just a storm in a teacup. Nothing very important, right? Next one, a drop in the ocean. Well, I suppose that this idiom is pretty self-explanatory. So let's have a look at the meaning and a very small amount. Very small amount. And the use in the sentence. A lot of finance was allocated to this startup because it's just a drop in the ocean compared to what's needed. Okay, next one. To fight a losing battle. The meaning is not to manage to solve the problem. To fight a losing battle, not to manage to solve the problem. And let's see the sentence with this idiom. Anthony was fighting a losing battle against his boss. Eventually, he was fired. Okay, the next idiom is to bite off more than one can chew. What is the meaning of this idiom? And the meaning is to be over-ambitious when you want too much, more than you can basically handle. And the meaning and the use of this idiom in the sentence. With this acquisition, ABC company has bitten off more than they could chew. The next idiom, common knowledge. And the meaning of that is well known to everyone. Let's have a look at the sentence. It is common knowledge that the USA is changing their immigration law. Next idiom is this, a law unto himself. Pay attention, unto himself. That's the way it works in this idiom. And the meaning of this idiom is somebody who behaves independently, ignoring basically the rules. So the use in the sentence. The president of this company is a law unto himself. He refuses to allow others to tell him what to do. Let us have a look at the other idioms. Okay, to make a mountain out of a molehill. What is the meaning of that? To make a mountain out of a molehill. To make something trivial seem more important than it is. And the use in a sentence is, the press made a mountain out of a molehill with the current unemployment situation. The next one, to outstay one's welcome. And the meaning of this one is to stay too long and to be no longer wanted. And the use in the sentence is, the customs officers need to stay vigilant and monitor that the guests are not outstaying their welcome. The next, last but not least, to drive a wedge between. To drive a wedge between means to create hostility between something or someone. And the use in the sentence is the following. The new law might drive a wedge between different sections of the society. So this is the section of the idioms. You're most welcome to go back to these idioms and to go over and over them several times until you really incorporate them. So let's have a look at the phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs, they are the second subsection of our educational session. And the first phrasal verb I would like to drag your attention to is account for. What is the meaning of this phrasal verb? To form or to be a source of a particular amount of something. For example, private business accounts for about 10% of our customers. Account for. Next one, back something up. The meaning of this phrasal verb is make a copy of a file, a program, etc. Back something up. For example, have you backed the data up? The next one, bail something or somebody out of something. What does this mean? It means to rescue somebody or something from difficulties, especially financial ones. For example, this telecom company was bailed out by its investors. And the next one is beat off somebody or something. Let's have a look at the meaning. And the meaning is to defeat somebody or something in a competition. Beat off. This enterprise has beaten off strong competition. And the final phrasal verb in this teaching session will be the following. Bottom out. Bottom out. What is the meaning of this phrasal verb? If markets prices or bad situations bottom out, they reach their lowest point and then stop getting worse. So let's have a look at the sentence. Sales are bottoming out this month. I would like to drag your attention to the fact that when you pronounce the phrasal verb, you combine the two parts of the phrasal verb, the verb and the preposition. So you say count for, beat off, bottom out. I do not separate them while pronouncing. And if you do realize, then you have to understand the phrasal verb is composed of two or more parts, which are most likely a verb and the preposition, and they are going to have absolutely different meaning. That's why we need to know the meaning and we need to learn it by heart and hopefully imply this in our everyday language. My dear friends, I hope this session was really useful and you can practically apply the knowledge you gain here in your everyday communication. I would also like to ask you to leave in not only your commentaries, but also examples with your sentences at the bottom of this video. I would like to have a look at what you have come up with. Don't forget to subscribe, put your likes, and have a nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.